title of Miss USA goes tremendous prestige as well as the opportunity to represent our country in the Miss Universe pageant, which will be telecast live from St. Louis on July 11th. And there is more, much more, including $90,000 in cash. Miss USA's prize package, totaling more than $150,000 in cash and merchandise, includes a $25,000 personal appearance contract, a $15,000 first prize award, as well as all of the sensational prizes Joan is going to describe for us.
This year's Miss USA and a companion will fly first class to any eastern destination of her choice. Whether it's a trip to the beautiful beaches of Florida or the Caribbean or an adventure exploring the splendor of South America, she'll fly Eastern, America's favorite way to fly. Our contestants love candies, the shoes that say lifestyle. They're for girls on the move. Miss USA gets a wardrobe of candies plus $5,000 in cash. Nice footwork if you can get it. A $10,000 cash award from North American Philips Plus, from Magnavox, the new 40-inch projection TV, from Odyssey, this keyboard video game and voice module, from Sylvania, the Mini 25 Superset and video disc, and from Philco, a portable video cassette recorder. Miss USA will find fun and relaxation not only on land, but also on the water when she drives her Wellcraft 166 Elite, which has a 140 Mercruiser engine and a magic tilt trailer. All from Wellcraft Marine Corporation. Along with $5,000 in cash, to our winner goes a year's supply of Hawaiian Tropic natural tanning lotions and oils. From across the Pacific, Hawaiian Tropic, the scent of the coconut, the tan of the islands. To this year's winner goes her symbol of elegance, her beautiful crown, plus a $5,000 cash award and an exquisite collection of jewelry, all from Aubrey Creations. One of America's most popular 2+2 sporty cars, from Chevrolet comes this beautiful new Camaro Z28, which combines beautiful styling with driving fun. You too can take charge in the 1983 Chevrolet Camaro. This home computer combines 64K computing power, an extensive library of software, and even a special help key, all in one attractive package. This welcome addition to any home is the 1200 XL from Atari. Miss USA will receive a $10,000 cash award and a 5-year membership to any one of the 350 fitness centers across the country where she can enjoy the new Power Size program from Elaine Powers. Our new Miss USA will receive $10,000 in cash plus a 5-year supply of cosmetics from Maybelline, the official cosmetics for the 1983 Miss USA pageant. Tonight's winner, as befits a Miss USA, will be able to arrive anywhere in style, wearing a beautiful, natural Emba Lunarine mink coat from the internationally famous Flemington Fur Company. This stunning, cascading pleat of silk Garza gown, along with these other dresses, are part of a spectacular $10,000 cocktail and evening wardrobe, all designed by New York's noted couturier, Akira, and are Akira's gift to the lady being toasted here, the new Miss USA.
Eastern Tennessee has sent us some of the giants of country music. Roy Acuff, Dolly Parton, and Chet Atkins, just to name a few who came from these parts. Our young ladies have prepared a number built around one of the all-time great country songs, and they have a country music superstar threesome to help them do it justice. In their Miss USA sportswear from J.C. Penney, here are our 51 contestants, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers and Rocky Top.
Wish that I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no snoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bills. Once I had a man on Rocky Top, that any other had cat. Wild as a meat, but sweet as soda pop, I still
top, looking for the moon to stand still. And the strangest ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Corn won't grow at all on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. And that's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Rocky Top. I've had years of grandpa singing like trout like a gun out there. All I know is it's
Rocky Top will always be home sweet home to me.
home to me.
Good old Rocky Top,
Rocky Top,
Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top,
Tennessee.
Rocky Top,
Busy, busy, busy. That's life for our ladies during most of the 2-week pageant period. Things like, whoa, rehearsals, fittings, interviews, and photo sessions take up most of their time. That's most, but not all. There was time for some fun, too, as you shall see. Many of the contestants in this year's pageant traveled on Eastern's new Boeing 757, including Miss USA 1982, Terry Utley. Eastern is the official airline of the 1983 Miss USA pageant, and it carried the ladies to a brass band, flag-waving airport reception. Silver Dollar City is a theme park which highlights the culture, past and present, of the Knoxville area. His name is Charlie Fuller, and he's an artist with a hammer and an anvil. Knowing of our young ladies' interest in clothes, he is busy making them a most appropriate gift. Miss Hawaii watches closely as Charlie's work takes shape. The result becomes a gift for Miss Nevada, and Miss Wyoming promptly puts it to the test. There are no hang-ups for our ladies when it comes to dancing. They were invited to watch some young cloggers, but before long, they wanted to do more than just watch. They wanted to test their shoes from candies on the dance floor, and the cloggers were anxious to oblige. Grab Your Partners became the name of the game, and before long, the contestants were really kicking up their heels and making a pretty picture at the same time. Speaking of pictures, the next stop was a television assembly line at North American Phillips, where Miss South Carolina found it tough to keep up. If your picture is blurry, maybe she worked on your set. As 3 of her fellow contestants examined some sets, they are surprised by Miss Mississippi not on television, but in television. In the waters of the Great Smoky Mountains, 4 of our contestants try their luck at some whitewater rafting. The secret of not going around in circles is teamwork, which seems to be in short supply. For active fun like this, they've chosen J.C. Penney's Miss USA Activewear. While in another part of the river, Miss Vermont tries her hand at fishing from the rocks, and 2 of her friends challenge the fish in their own territory. When Miss Maryland needed a hand, Miss Kansas provided 2 without losing her fishing pole. Tennessee is the volunteer state, so the University of Tennessee football team volunteered to teach our young ladies the game. But never underestimate the Miss USA contestants. 3rd down, 3 yards to go, and Miss Indiana sweeps wide. If her beauty doesn't dazzle them, her footwork will. A good run, but just short of a 1st down. Tie score, and our team needs a field goal to win. The kick is up, and it's good. Football players' charcoal may be essential for victory on the gridiron, But in the life of a young lady, a different kind of eye makeup is called for. That's what was discussed by our contestants during the makeup clinic held for them annually by the official cosmetics of the 1983 Miss USA pageant, Maybelline. And then it's back to dancing. This time it's the modern steps at 2001 VIP, a disco. For our contestants from mountain streams to disco dance floors, fun is where you find it. Larry, have the Gatlin brothers decided who the judge's choice should be?
Well, my personal, the way I did it, I just eliminated everyone who was not either from east or west of the Mississippi. Those are my...
Let's see, good choice. Now, what about the other guys?
I have no idea what...
Oh, definitely one of the girls from the South.
Oh, good. Nah. How about the west? Well,
Northeast.
Wait a minute, I'll tell you something.
Pretty.
Wait a minute, guys. Maybe you're going to have a better idea after the evening gown competition. Guys, hold it down a minute. It comes up right after this word from Duncan Hines. Guys, please.
You know what everybody used to do when they saw frosting. Now,
We come to the third and final category of our semifinalist competition, the evening gowns. The background for that competition will be Knoxville, Tennessee. In this competition, each contestant models a gown of her own choosing, and the judges will base their scoring on poise, charm, and a flair for fashion. As in our earlier competitions, the judges' average score for each contestant will appear immediately on your home screens. As is our custom, the pageant is once again delighted to salute Armed Forces Day, which falls this year on May 21st. For our evening gown competition, the Sabre Arch will be formed by the members of the United States Marine Honor Guard. The Naval Air Training Command Choir, in addition to escorting our contestants, will also serenade them with a special medley, beginning with the Oscar-winning theme from the film An Officer and a Gentleman. We present the Miss USA Evening Gown Competition.
What tomorrow brings in a world few hearts survive. Oh,
Miss Georgia
is the way I feel when it's real, I keep it alive. The road is long, there are mountains in our way. But we climb a step every day.
Miss Washington.
Where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong. From where we know, of where the clear winds blow.
Miss California.
All we have is here and now. All our life out there to find. The road is long. There are mountains in our way.
Miss North Dakota.
We climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong. Where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong. From around we know where the clear winds blow.
Miss Michigan.
No time to cry, life's you and I, alive today. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, from the world we know.
Miss Texas.
Winds blow.
Miss South Carolina. Miss Nevada.
This land was made for you and me.
Miss Oklahoma. Miss New York. Miss Louisiana. Miss Pennsylvania.
Tennessee, we brought you to your feet. I love that. It's my favorite part of the show. Now, you've been right here for all of our semifinal competition, and what our judges have seen and heard is exactly what you have seen and heard. Now, in the evening gown competition, our judges gave the top score to Miss Texas, second place was Miss California, and third place was Miss Louisiana. Now, our contestants are about to go from 12 semifinalists down to 5 finalists. Do you think your choices are going to agree with those of our judges? Well, you better hurry up and make yours, because we're going to be right back with theirs after this word from Crisco Oil.
Starting with local and state pageants, thousands and thousands of young women from all over the country decided months ago to pursue a dream that could come true for only one of them. 51 of them made it to our stage here tonight. First, we saw that number go from 51 to 12. Now it's about to change again, this time to 5. The computer now has the score for each of our 5 finalists in each of our categories. The composite score for each will be shown as the young ladies are introduced. Now, I will pick up the names of our 5 finalists as shown by the computer. Thank you very much. Good luck to all 12 of you. These are the 5 young ladies from whom Miss USA will come. The name of the first finalist is Miss Louisiana. You will see her score at home. We do not see it in the theater. Finalist number 2, Miss Texas. Our third finalist is Miss South Carolina. And now, Miss California. The last girl who has a chance to win the crown tonight is Miss North Dakota. Congratulations, one of you young ladies will represent our country in St. Louis this summer at the Miss Universe pageant.
For the second time this evening, we are starting out brand new. The computer scores that you saw for each contestant were the scores that got them this far. Now we start again with the 5 finalists all even. Our judges are going to base their decisions in part on how each contestant answers the question she is about to be asked. So let's go, Bob.
Now, I am about to ask each of our 5 finalists here a question. I will ask each of them the same question until each young woman's turn comes to answer that question. She will wait inside our completely soundproofed isolation booth here. The answer will, of course, be spontaneous and unrehearsed. And as each contestant gives her answer, the judges will continue their evaluation. The beautiful young woman in charge of our booth is former Miss USA, Kim Tomes Dutton. Now, Miss Louisiana, I am going to ask you to stay here with me, if you will, please, and answer the question first, and I'll ask you 4 to step into the soundproof booth so that you cannot hear her answer. In you go. Close the door, Kim. And Miss Louisiana, this is the question that all of you will be asked. Should you win the title of Miss USA, you will be a role model and influence on young girls all over the United States. What would you like to say to them?
I would like to say that a good education is very important and that you should get it and you need it. I would like to say to be honest and to try to be a good person and a good American.
Thank you, Miss Louisiana. Right over here, please. Now, Miss South Carolina. Miss South Carolina, would you step out to me, please? Here's the question. Should you win the title of Miss USA, you will be a role model and influence on young girls all over the United States. What would you like to say to them?
I think it's very important for most young people, not just girls, to be an individual. I think a lot of people fall into peer pressure, and I think it's kind of sad. I think it's very important to be yourself, and I would stress individuality.
Thank you, Miss South Carolina. Miss Texas. Miss Texas, right down here. Your question. Should you win the title of Miss USA, you will be a role model and influence on young girls all over the United States. What would you like to say to them?
I'd like to tell them not to be afraid to do what's right, no matter what everyone else is doing, because if you do what's right, God will stand with you, and it only takes one person in God to make a majority.
Thank you, Miss Texas. Miss California. Here we are. Should you win the title of Miss USA, you will be a role model and influence on young girls all over the United States. What would you like to say to them?
I would like to stress the importance of education, both inside and out of school,
because education is a way for you to understand yourself better, others better, as well as the world around you.
Thank you very much, Miss California. And now, Miss North Dakota. I'll bet you knew I would call you next, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Your question is, should you win the title of Miss USA, you will be a role model and influence on young girls all over the United States. What would you like to say to them?
I'd like to tell them that they can mold and sculpt their lives into anything that they would like to, and that their life is their responsibility, and they can make it into anything, and they should just go for their dreams.
Thank you, Miss North Dakota. And thank you, ladies. We are now even closer to finding out who will be the new Miss USA.
The Knoxville area here calls itself the energy capital of the world, and with the electricity in the air tonight, I have to think that this pageant has added to that reputation. But for a look at the big part that energy plays in this area, we were taken on a tour by the current Miss USA, Terry Utley.
Thank you, Joan. Energy was the theme of the 1982 World's Fair in Knoxville, and the theme structure was this sun sphere. It stands at 266 feet tall and is topped by a giant globe made of glass with even a little bit of 24-karat gold. Actually, it not only symbolizes the fair, but in a sense the entire area of eastern Tennessee, where energy and energy sources play such a big part. This laboratory is located about 25 miles from Knoxville, in a little town known all over the world, Oak Ridge, a name synonymous with atomic energy. Today, Oak Ridge National Laboratory is a site of giant steps forward in the experimentation and utilization of the laser. With me is Carol Bingham, Professor of Physics at the University of Tennessee. Professor, besides getting James Bond out of tight scrapes, what can the laser do?
Terry, the source of atomic energy is the tiny nucleus of the atom, an entity so small that 100 billion laying side by side would barely reach across the head of a pin. Because of its location, this laser can be utilized to measure small differences in the shape and size of exotic nuclei produced by heavy ion collisions.
Well, I hope that was as clear to you as it was to me. While the laser is a form of harnessed energy, many of Tennessee's waterways have been tamed by the Tennessee Valley Authority, which creates energy through its network of dams. This is Norris Dam, which was the first constructed in the TVA system, now celebrating its 50th anniversary. I'm here at one of the newest TVA projects, known as the Raccoon Mountain Pump Storage Plant, which is about 6 miles from Chattanooga. Those are the foremost powerful reversible pump turbines in the world, with a total peak capacity of 1.5 million kilowatts, almost enough to supply our contestants' hair dryers. This control room is 1,300 feet inside of Raccoon Mountain, and with me is Mr. George Kimmons, TVA's chief engineer. TVA is known throughout the world for its dams, but why build one like this?
This is a pump storage project. We use the off-peaking power to pump water to the top of the mountain and generate electricity during our peaking hours.
Was it a tough construction job?
Yes, a tough construction job. The largest dam we've ever built is on top of the mountain. We have about 2.5 miles of tunnel in solid rock.
Well, I was told it can operate very quickly.
We can be on the line in about 4 minutes as compared with 8 hours for one of our fossil plants.
You know, all these controls, they look so complicated.
Not really complicated.
What would happen if I turned this switch?
No.
I think we better go back to Joan.
Well, that's okay, Terry, because back here we're in the dark too, but only about who is going to be chosen the new Miss USA. And we'll be getting one last close-up look at our finalists when we come back after this from Pampers.
The judges are still evaluating our 5 finalists, and as a help to them, we're going to treat everyone to a close-up look at the beauty of our contestants. The judges have monitors so that they, like you at home, can see close-ups of our 5 finalists. Serenading our 5 finalists will be Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin Brothers.
Thank you. I wrote this song for the lady that I think is the most beautiful woman in the whole world. I know she won't mind if I sing it for these lovely ladies. But title's appropriate. It's called Easy on the Eye. It goes like this. Lord, she loves me, and for the life of me, I don't know why. She protects me, and she keeps me safe until the storms pass by. Lord, she holds me with velvet chains when madness bids me fly. And on top of all the good she is, Lord, she's mighty easy on the eye. She don't worry when I come home late. I don't kiss her goodnight. She believes me, and she knows inside that everything's alright. She surrounds me with walls of love to hide her haunted light. On top of all the good she is, Lord, she's mighty easy on the eye. Lord, she loves me, and for the life of me, I don't know why. She protects me and keeps me safe until the storms pass by. Lord, she holds me with velvet chains when madness bids me fly. And on top of all the good she is, Lord, she's mighty easy on the eye. And on top of all the good she is easy on the
Our thanks to the Gatlin brothers and to our 5 lovely finalists, too. The judges have finished their job, each one having made a choice for 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st runner-up and the winner. It won't be long before we know who is the new Miss USA.
I'm here now with Karen Baldwin, the reigning Miss Universe, and this is one of the sets right here that you're going to see on the Miss Universe pageant from St. Louis on July 11th. Tell us about it, Karen.
Yes, the outstanding designer, Don Shirley, has given us this preview look showing the contestants in front of a huge globe of lights. In the background here is an astronaut's view of Earth from space.
Have you been thinking a lot about that upcoming pageant night, huh?
I have been, but right now all I can think about is who is going to be the new Miss USA tonight.
I think we all are. It's very exciting, and we're going to find out who she is when we come back after this word from Crest.
It just doesn't seem a year ago that a lovely young lady from Cabot, Arkansas, delighted us all with her description of how she spent her time back home. Now that young woman is about to conclude her reign as Miss USA. We salute Terry Utley and invite her now to take her traditional walk and deliver her words of farewell. Here is our reigning Miss USA, Terry Utley.
Tonight
goodbye to the title of Miss USA, but I will keep forever the memory of the experiences, the friends, and the challenges that the last year has brought me. In that time, I feel I have grown as a person, and I only hope that I'm able to continue to mature as time goes on. To my family, friends, and loved ones, my deepest gratitude for their support. To my successor, my sincere best wishes for the year ahead. And to everyone who has been so kind to me in the past year, thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Terry Utley. I have in my hand the final computer tabulation listing our 4 runners-up and our new Miss USA. These results have been reviewed by representatives of the international accounting firm of Ernst & Whinney. Before I read it, I want to say on behalf of everyone associated with the pageant that we would be proud and happy to have any one of you 5 ladies reign as Miss USA next year. Now, I wish you all luck. I shall begin with the 4th runner-up. The 4th runner-up is Miss North Dakota. Congratulations, Miss North Dakota. The 3rd runner-up is Miss Louisiana. Well done. The 2nd runner-up is Miss South Carolina. Congratulations. Both of you step down here, please. Now, one of you is about to become Miss USA. The other will be the 1st runner-up, and that's a very important position because if for any reason Miss USA cannot fulfill her obligation for a year, then the 1st runner-up becomes Miss USA. It happened just 3 years ago. Now, I am going to announce the name of the 1st runner-up and then Miss USA. The 1st runner-up is Miss Texas, Miss California is Miss USA. Julie Hyatt of Westwood. There's her crown, the bouquet, her sash. She's Miss USA. The cash awards and all the magnificent prizes are hers, and ahead is her trip to St. Louis for the Miss Universe pageant in July. And as your predecessor, Terry Utley, reads the Miss USA Creed, step right out here and show everyone how happy you are to be Miss USA.
Representing the states of the United States in the Miss USA pageant, in order to further the cause of peace, justice, and mutual understanding, do solemnly dedicate ourselves to the highest ideals of sportsmanship, friendship, and goodwill among all the people of the United States.
Julie Hyatt from Westwood, California, is the new Miss USA. She's currently a senior at the University of California, Los Angeles, and she hopes to be a dentist someday. She's a green-eyed blonde, stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and weighs 125 pounds. Julie's hobbies include aerobics, cross-country running, and jazz.
On behalf of Julie Hyatt of Westwood, California, our new Miss USA, is Bob Barker saying, good night, everybody.
Well, for one Miss USA, the dream has been fulfilled, and for another, the dream is just beginning. And we'll see her, our new Miss USA, again on our television screens on the night of July 11th, when she represents the United States in the Miss Universe pageant, televised live from St. Louis, Missouri on CBS. This is Joan Van Ark saying thank y'all for being with us tonight here in Knoxville, and we'll look forward to your joining us in St. Louis. Good night.
Remember to join us on Monday, July 11th for the Miss Universe pageant, live from St. Louis, Missouri. Portions of this program were pre-recorded.
Transmissions.
Monday, MASH celebrates Halloween.